To kick off 2025, David Dobrik has shocked the internet by dropping a vlog. Yes, he dropped a vlog, and it is #1 on trending. Oh, and he also has a six-pack. It's crazy. It doesn't even look real. I honestly thought it was Photoshop when I first saw it on Instagram. He stopped vlogging in 2020 due to, what was going on in the world, and promised to vlog again when that was over. Then, in 2021, he wanted to return to posting vlogs on YouTube, but he wanted his comeback to be huge. David has been known for including crazy stunts in his vlogs, and this time around, he wanted to include him and his friends doing some crazy stuff. And we know that led to Jeff Wittek getting hurt at the hands of David. David swung him around too fast in an excavator, then stopped too suddenly, leading to Jeff hitting his head against the excavator. Jeff needed a lot of surgeries after to fix what David did to him, and he's still getting more surgeries. After the incident, David and Jeff continued to be friends with each other. David promised to pay Jeff's medical bills and was doing exactly that until he stopped paying them randomly and Jeff didn't have the money to pay for his necessary surgeries. That led to Jeff having understandable beef with David, and that led to Jeff suing David. The lawsuit is still ongoing. David has been pushing back the lawsuit as much as he can, and it doesn't look like it's getting resolved anytime soon. David went from being one of the most loved creators on the platform to one of the most hated. He was the king of YouTube at one point and could do no wrong, and now everyone is looking at him in such a drastically different light, which is something we are now seeing with Mr. Beast. But since everything went down with Jeff, he had no choice but to scrap his crazy 2021 comeback vlog. He did post several vlogs in 2021, but they didn't continue for too long. He also ended his Views podcast that he co-hosted with Jason Nash, which resulted in Jason begging for money on TikTok Live to support himself. Everyone has been making fun of Jason for panhandling on TikTok, as well as looking at David for practically abandoning his friend when he needed him most. People wanted David to at least bring the podcast back for Jason. Jason has even said that David has turned down offers of millions of dollars to bring back the podcast. Jason still has continued to support and defend David, but you could tell that did something to him. I don't blame him either. He's missed out on millions of dollars. I'm sure that stirred up some resentment toward David, even if he didn't outwardly show it. Then lately, David's been hiding over on Snapchat. He made a deal with Snapchat and has made millions off of posting on the platform. One thing about Snapchat is that there are no comment sections, so David doesn't have to see what everyone thinks of him. He can just hide away and quietly make his millions of dollars, which is insane. Everyone wants David to take accountability for his actions and pay Jeff the money he owes him. But instead, David posted a vlog. This vlog is just as crazy as his other vlogs have been, which goes to show that David is still the same person. Jeff got hurt because of a crazy stunt for a vlog, and this vlog was full of crazy and insane stunts. Like, they literally drove a car into a pool. That is insanely dangerous. Also, everyone just thought of this vlog as a slap in the face to Jeff because it was a vlog full of traveling and David living his best life. In every clip, you could see just how rich and successful David still is despite everything that's gone down. It's like he's showing off that he just has so much money, yet refuses to pay Jeff. And Jeff did respond to David making his return to YouTube. David posted on Twitter that he uploaded a new YouTube video for the new year, and Jeff replied saying, "Do hairline transformation next and get to court." So I guess we have an idea on how Jeff feels about David making his return. Another thing that happened in the vlog was he surprised Jason by bringing their Views podcast back. Jason cried. I'm sure he's ecstatic that he no longer has to panhandle on TikTok Live and get made fun of for it. But like I said in the beginning of this video, David is now ripped. He's just absolutely ripped, jacked, has a six-pack. His friend Aaliyah has been helping him out on his fitness journey through his company Zila, so David showed off his new six-pack to his friends and to his audience. It's great that he's in shape now, but his muscles look unreal. Like, I thought it was Photoshop or that he was wearing that one t-shirt with a six-pack on it. It just doesn't look right. But again, it's great that he decided to get into shape. So since Zila helped David through his whole transformation, they posted a documentary about it to their YouTube channel. And in this documentary, David made it seem like because he's gotten into shape and has been eating better, he's now a changed guy.
Only thing I do know is that I've learned a lot from my past. I've definitely gained wisdom from it. I've gained lessons from it. And I can't change anything from the past, but I can carry all that into the future. And I still have the same goal as I did before, to make people laugh, make people smile, include people in a good time. And I want to continue doing that. And I think making this video, working on my mental health, transforming my body is all one step closer to me adulting and becoming the better next step version of myself. Not the best, but the best for the time being till a better version of me comes along.
It's interesting that he thinks that just because he got into shape, that means he's changed, when the vlog he just posted is saying the very opposite. He was still doing crazy stunts in his vlog and was the same guy he was when he hurt Jeff. I don't think David has said whether or not he's going to continue posting vlogs or if this was just a one-time thing to update his audience on what he's been up to. I know that he and his friends have confirmed that David was done with vlogging. He might have just done it to promote Zila and the Views podcast though. So speaking of the Views podcast, he did post an episode with Jason. During the podcast episode, David did talk about his thoughts about returning to the vlogs.
But that brings me to another point why I don't like making vlogs.
Yeah.
Is because sometimes it'll get to the point where like it feels like you're checking things off in a vlog. Like you're like, I need a car surprise.
Yep.
And then you're looking around and you're like, well, we've given cars to everybody. Who do we give one to? Which we actually can't. This was a problem that we had this vlog. We were like, who do we get a car for?
David also touched on why he stopped vlogging in the first place. Obviously, he couldn't say that he stopped vlogging because he nearly unalived his friend Jeff and was hit with the lawsuit, so he said this instead.
Anyway, let's talk about the fact that the podcast is back. I'm sorry it's been a while.
Yeah, what happened?
It's been 2 years. Genuinely.
Why did it stop?
Well, remember I called you right before and I was like, I don't know where the mic is. And you
right.
And you were looking around your house.
Right, and then I was
and
looking.
Then I found the mic.
Yes.
But the cord was gone.
Right, and then we had cord issues. That's exactly what it was. I remember now.
Yeah.
It was the lack of cords, and then you Amazoned it. And
the Amazon delivery guy got in a car accident or something?
That's right, Steven. The Amazon.
No, I don't know. I just wasn't like in a, not to be dramatic, but I wasn't in a place to conversate with Jason. I wasn't in a place to look at him. No.
It was a bummer. It was a bummer because, but it's great that it's back. I mean,
yeah,
people ask me about it all the time.
I feel really energized now.
Good.
Like I feel like
you're different now.
I just have more energy.
You have more energy. Even last night, you were like, "Let's do the pod." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, like I don't do daytime naps. I want to talk. Like I just like even if there's nothing to talk about, I think I just like my mouth moving. And that reminds me of like, do you pray?
But after David posted his vlog, coincidentally, some of Casey Neistat's unreleased documentary about David, Under the Influence, got leaked onto YouTube. I don't think I can show it, but I will link it down in the description or the comments. Casey has recently stated that he is having second thoughts on releasing the documentary due to wanting to protect David, despite David wanting absolutely nothing to do with him. So for it to leak is huge, especially since David is having his big comeback moment. It's not doing crazy numbers right now, unlike David's new vlog, but people are hoping that it gets seen and Casey posts the whole documentary. I did see some rumors floating around that one of the documentary's editors was the one who leaked it. One comment said, "This wasn't leaked. One of the editors, Clarissa, posted the first 3 minutes on her website." And if you go to her website, it looks like that's true. I really do hope that that documentary gets released because I have never wanted to watch something so bad. I also hope that Jeff gets the justice he deserves. He's been through so much at the hands of David, who was someone he genuinely considered a friend at one point. I'm sure that it's a nightmare for Jeff to watch a highlight reel of David living his best life while actively pushing back the lawsuit. Jeff just wants his money and David can afford it. David was giving away almost a dozen Teslas in his vlog, so he definitely has the money to pay Jeff. Plus, he makes so much money on Snapchat that he would just make the money back after a few months of posting on Snapchat anyway if he just gave Jeff the money he needs. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this entire situation in the comments. Go watch the small documentary leak and tell me what you guys think. Anyways, I will talk to you in the next video.